So welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a bit of a controversial video. I figured I need to do a controversial video every so often, maybe just to get people interested in the channel, interested in Tulsi Gabbard, Tulsi2020.com. We need to get 24,000 more as far as unique donations to her campaign. It's very painless, very simple. As little as $1 can get you on the scoreboard over there. So please do that if you haven't done it already. Even if Tulsi isn't your number one, we need her voice in the debates. I want her to be the number one candidate, because once people hear her and see her on a debate stage with all of the neocons or neolibs or whatever you want to call them, I think she's going to wipe the floor with many of them. And the media is going to be shocked at the kind of reaction that she's going to get. It's going to baffle them. They're going to be trying to brush it away, and we'll see. That's why we need her in, because if she doesn't get in, that's not going to happen. Now, I want to talk about Bernie Sanders and his tweet about John McCain. Now, Donald Trump has been beating up on McCain. Of course, McCain is dead, so he can't really defend himself at this point, although his daughter Meghan McCain has taken that mantle away, that baton, and pretty much does all of the bidding that her father used to do, except from a very uneducated viewpoint, much less so than her father, who at least understood foreign policy, and because he went to these countries and he typically was photographed with dictators who he liked. Let's just put it that way. So McCain and Trump, you know, there's this feud before McCain died, and apparently it's continued. I don't even know what Trump was railing against McCain about at this stage, but Bernie Sanders comes to John McCain's rescue, and some Bernie supporters are not too happy about it. Is this Bernie's pivot to the center as far as telling the neocons, hey, I had a great friendship with John McCain, he's a hero, yada, yada, yada. And you may say, Dave, this is just civility, okay? He's just being civil. And he's demonstrating how Donald Trump has no civility, but everybody kind of knows that about Trump. What we want to know is, what does Bernie think about the regime change wars, the endless wars? Calling McCain a war hero at this point, it's not debatable from the standpoint that McCain served, but it is debatable in the views that McCain adopted later on, and how he became, I think, the number one neocon this country has ever produced. And I'm not sure, when you look at Tulsi Gabbard and how she reacted to war, and McCain, who's a POW, who stayed at the Hanoi Hilton, okay, and you would think that would change his views, okay, but it seemed to maybe galvanize his views to the fact that we need to go around and be even more aggressive than we were. That because we lost that war, McCain feels as though we need to go out and win some wars to make up for what happened there. I don't know. I don't know what his mentality was, but he became the ultimate in neocon. When you had Hillary Clinton praising John McCain for his service and so forth when she ran for president the first time against Obama, and she was mocking Obama, who she felt would be ill-equipped to handle McCain in the debates and so forth, and she's talking about how he's got a lifetime of experience and he's a statesman and all these things, and because Hillary and McCain had a ton in common. I mean, a Clinton-McCain ticket or a McCain-Clinton ticket would have been a neocon dream. So for Bernie fans, not that it raises questions, but people are watching, especially the real hardcore progressives, and I'm starting to see that there's a difference between a liberal and a progressive. A progressive has a lot of the liberal sort of doctrine, but the progressives are much more aggressive in the application of certain things, anti-war being one of them, which, again, I'm sharing a bed with some folks that probably don't share my views on a number of social issues, maybe some economic issues, but I'm so hell-bent on spreading the anti-war message that I will gladly share a bed, okay? And I will take most of the covers because that's the way I do it. Just ask my wife. So the bottom line is, on this one, it appears that maybe Bernie should have abstained, okay? This is where abstinence practiced effectively can prevent an unwanted pregnancy of negative consequences, which it appears that some in his movement weren't too pleased with the tweet. Now, will Tulsi tweet likewise? I mean, she's a fellow military service person. I'm not sure what her views are on John McCain. If I were advising her campaign, I would say, stay clear of this. Just stay out of it. Because Bernie, this is a no-win for Bernie if he keeps going on about it. Let Trump do what Trump normally does. Everybody's getting kind of used to that. And let the issues be the number one thing you're talking about. Talk about regime change wars, especially in the backdrop of Bernie talking about how McCain was a hero and how they were friends and so forth. That will be a reminder that maybe Bernie is more part of the establishment than his supporters think he is. Whether that's true or not, he has been in the Senate and he's been in government for a long time. I think he was elected mayor of Burlington in like 1981 or something like that, Burlington, Vermont. And he's been in government ever since. So we shall see. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that you can easily be co-opted by the establishment. The longer you stay, the more that sewage and that filth gets on you, and you become influenced. You want to say that you're friends with this guy because he was a hero and he was liked by most Americans, or he's really liked by the American media these days. I mean, when his funeral went on for like a day and a half, I didn't watch any of the coverage because I'm just not a big fan of John McCain. So I appreciate that he served his country. The war he fought in was a war that we should not have waged. And I think Tulsi Gabbard's campaign is focused on wars that we shouldn't wage, which is most of them. It is most of them. Now, if that is a naive foreign policy, I'd rather try the naive foreign policy and see how that works for a while and bring that money home and bring those soldiers home. There is a lot to do here in the United States of America. We don't have to be completely isolationist. We work with our allies. We work through diplomacy. We have dialogue. We have conversations. And you know what? We can try it that way. We don't have to saber rattle every time there's a dictator we don't like. Whether it's Venezuela, now I've been hearing some stuff about Haiti. We sent mercenaries down to Haiti or something, and just crazy stuff. I mean, we are like watching every country and what their government is doing and who's going to get toppled next and which dictator is going down. And it's like we've got so many domestic issues here, including a national debt that stands at $22 trillion, which you can match up with the military-industrial complex and their spending and their just mismanagement, or even money just disappearing from the Pentagon. Just crazy, crazy crap. All right, so I am done with this video, and it was a little controversial. But the Bernie fans, some of them, they're not happy. See you soon.